Hi Jeff.
Hi Matisse.
We've been walking with you along the track for a few minutes now. What are we doing?
We're carrying out a line inspection. It involves checking all the track components, the rail fastenings, the sleepers, as well as the track geometry to ensure train safety and passenger comfort.
The analysis of railway infrastructure, that's the subject of this 9th extra episode. Welcome to Rail 1. So what elements are you going to check on this track?
I mainly look for defects on the rail running surface. Check that all our fastenings are properly tightened and that there are no visible geometry defects based on the color of the ballast.
Are there very specific signs, or is every situation unique?
No, there are signs. With the rail running surface, we know that the action of the train wheel against the rail can cause defects. The fastenings as well. When rust appears, we know there's a tightening issue. And when the ballast is very white around a sleeper end, it indicates movement, meaning that we need to carry out tamping.
How often do you cover a section of track?
Our line is divided into 4 zones and we inspect 1 zone per week, which means the entire network is checked once a month.
At what point do you decide the wear is too significant and action is needed?
As soon as the tolerance threshold is exceeded, we can plan maintenance work, whether it's urgent or not.
It's quite a solitary job. Today we're with you to discover this very important safety aspect. Doesn't it worry you having all this responsibility on your shoulders?
No, quite the opposite. I'm the very first to detect any defect, which allows us to take action quickly to resolve any issue that could cause delays.
Can technology today help you on your rounds in your daily work?
Yes, absolutely. We have a tablet with an in-house system to record track defects, and the Sursa measurement wagon for data recording of all defects.
And I heard that this wagon is arriving in Bière right now.
That's right, it's arriving in Bière.
Let's go and take a look. Thank you very much, Jeff, for this interview out on the railway line and in the wind. See you soon on Rail 1.
Thanks, Matisse, for coming to see us.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello, Matisse.
The measurement wagon has arrived and it's fully operational.
Indeed, it has arrived in Bière. This morning we worked on the upper part of the network, and now we're more or less arriving at the center of our railway network in App.
And this wagon at first sight isn't self-propelled, is that right? It's hauled by a shunting tractor.
In this wagon, there's only the equipment needed to carry out the measurements. It needs to be hauled either by a shunting tractor or by an electric locomotive. Both options are possible, but today we opted for the shunting tractor due to speed and the availability we had on the network.
What is this wagon used for?
With this wagon, we assess the condition of the track and the overhead contact lines so we can improve our maintenance.
We saw with Jeff that it takes a long time, several days, to inspect the whole network. And this wagon makes that faster?
With this wagon, we can do all that in one day, and we cover the 30 kilometers of line that we have on the network.
30 kilometers of line and all lines, so it's not just a single pass, is that right?
Exactly. The wagon is limited to 1 track at a time, meaning it checks the line above it and the track itself. That's why we have to go back and forth at each location so we can get really precise data on all tracks.
Today, there's a particular focus on the overhead line, right? You're trying to determine its condition.
The overhead contact line usually has a lifespan of 25 years. Some sections are now reaching that age. So today we're carrying out a more in-depth inspection to get a precise assessment of the state of the line.
Are there any critical areas, for example, places where several tracks come together at points like the ones behind you?
In stations and at points, the wires can cross. There are places where one wire passes over another, and these crossings create more stress and therefore more wear.
Thank you very much, Adrian, and have a good day.
Thank you, Matisse, and you too.
Hi, Benoit.
Hi, Matisse.
Is this wagon yours, or is it provided by a company?
We hire it as an external service from Sirza. It comes to carry out renewal work, overhead line inspections and track inspections.
The collected data comes to you in dedicated software. How do you analyze it? How do you interpret it?
We receive a platform with various linear data showing green, red and orange zones. We analyze these based on wear on the track or overhead line. Then we carry out a more in-depth analysis either on site or through the data. Here, for example, at kilometer 18,600, we can see it's red. Red means there's a significant defect in the network condition. We now need to go on site to confirm and analyze the data accurately using the IRISys software. I'll give you another example. At Bière Caserne Station, the Bière Federal Military Training Area, we can see that here the network condition is completely green. And this year we added the measurement on the contact line because last November it was impossible to do because of the cold weather.
So this data will be used to maintain the network through works and maintenance periods. Are you responsible for that too?
Exactly. Based on the critical data we receive, maintenance will send a report to infrastructure managers stating that the track renewals need to be planned with annual clusterings. These works can last from 3 to 5 weeks depending on the scale of the works and their impact. And after that, we will carry out preventive maintenance.
These full closures are quite a disruption for passengers in the end, but maintaining the network is necessary for reliable operations.
Without the necessary work, we won't achieve the punctuality we consider important at MBC, nor ensure network reliability, or avoid risks like rail breaks, derailments, and other defects.
Thank you, Benoit. See you soon.
Thank you, Matisse.
We're back in Bière, which means the day is coming to an end. The wagon has also completed its mission. You now know how infrastructure analysis is carried out at MBC. Have a lovely evening. Ciao.